Welcome back. If you haven't grabbed a cuppa, grab one because we're going to get straight into your read, Divine Feminine. I don't know whether you're looking for assurance or messages from the stars, but some of you can be getting something really coming in from universe. Now, there can be some pivotal changes that you spiritually feel that you're ready to move into. Why? Is because there is, again, this has been a common theme with these cards, and I do feel it resonates relating to this month. Wanting the clarity, still feeling a bit foggy, trying to come up from air from 2024 and beyond, moving into 2025. And I feel you're really wanting this clarity, right? And this card, the card of assurance, it's a 14, which drops down to a 5, so you're almost there. But it feels as though it's an action you're about to take. Now, this action can be, I'm just about to make some drastic changes and chop the tree down, which can be cutting something in your life off, moving something around, making a drastic decision. And, you know, there's somebody actually watching over you to prevent you from doing this. It can be an ancestor on the other side. It might be your guides or your subconscious mind, but you're asking universe for signs. There is something that's quite blurred. You may feel that you don't have that protection, but universe is protecting you from yourself at this point in time. But they're also protecting you from darker forces around you, even if you feel you're really looking over your shoulder, and that is what exists right now. So you're moving into a perspective of wanting clarity. It still does feel a little bit foggy at the moment. It does feel as though all is not as it seems, but you are looking for that light inside your heart. There is this downness that you can be embodying relating to the past. It might have been because of Christmas and New Year's, the nostalgia of the season moving into 2025. But there is something in your heart space that you truly desire. It's almost like, you know, if we had a bucket list and we had New Year's resolutions and we've moved into the new year, and it's like it's that one thing. And sometimes we spiritually feel it's that one thing, but it's actually a whole lot more because, you know, we then realize, oh gosh, you know, when's the last time I had happiness? When's the last time I had a great relationship with my tribe and family? Where is my career going? Could that really be a lot different to the way it is currently? And so I think you're actually looking at those boxes and really putting a lot of pressure on yourself so very early in the piece. You know, I would say January, February, March it's not don't do anything, it's put less pressure on yourself, please, because we are moving into some very uncharted waters, huge transitions by mid-year. And so it's asking you to go with the flow right now. It's asking you to, you know, look at the simple things. And I think the clarity is going to come from moving into the simple things in the heart space. And that's going to bring you full circle. It's like-minded abundance. It's, you know, being in the dream, going to Disneyland, you know, unicorns. It is the dream. But you have to dream the dream to be the dream, to live the dream. And I feel as though this inner child is coming up, but you could be pushing it down and being very realistic. And they're saying, no, it's important to dream. It's important to have inspiration and love. But they are saying if you move into the heart space that you're actually going to find the clarity of what is correct for you. Yeah, you're trying to put on this brave face. And again, I do feel for a lot of you, you're very strong and resilient. And we can get absolutely bitter about having to be that. Apart from the fact that this, be it you believe it or not, is something that you quite innately and natural at. There's the second guessing of your self-worth. And again, as you move into the heart space, don't feel less loved. Don't feel that you are less than another, because you are just moving through a portal at this point in time, and this portal is actually taking you to a higher vibration. So again, I just get something is going to give you some revelation. some perspective, and you're going to be like, what? They're asking you to be your own best friend, to, again, they just keep saying some large messages coming in for you, some large revelation. For some of you, it could be that you're needing to put a trivial task down and go and play. I do see for some of you there could be a holiday, there could be a break that you're needing. There could be some abundance coming in for you that you're wanting to do something quite drastic and large. Some of you also are almost setting off on this new journey where you're going to get extremely fit. This could be getting fit, going to the gym, changing your image. And it's, sometimes we can use a wound of love to inspire us to be the best version of ourselves. It's almost like the old cliche of the revenge body, but there is something in this that is coming through in your reading. Yeah, you're creating the perfect. Yeah, it's like, okay, it's like playing chess. It's becoming a master of chess and knowing how to outsmart your opponent. And I think Divine Feminine has this sassy energy coming in as the weeks progress and really desiring to shake things up. You may not understand quite how powerful you are. And, it would behoove this person not to underestimate you, because I do feel Divine Feminine, you're coming back swinging, but this is almost like you're having a comeback. There is a comeback that this person's not expecting. They also don't expect it of you. And what do I mean by that? That they're not making any statements here that they are not attracted to you or anything to that degree, but it's like you're using the wound to turn it into alchemy and to actually get charged up and get things done and move into that kind of, it's revenge, but it's not in a negative way. It's kind of like turning a negative into a positive. And this person's not expecting it. There could be some time alone that you are wanting to actually map your plan out, get yourself ready. You also could have a change of heart where you feel you're just not ready for a commitment, but I think it's more you're really feeling as though you need to get your ducks in a row because there is something to do with a connection coming in. For some of you, it could be that you're open to a connection, regardless of be this counterpart or another. But for a lot of you, this very much is towards your path, your life, how you're vibrating in it at this point in time, and definitely about you actually having some clarity. I do feel some of you are going to get some information coming in through the grapevine. This can be straight from the horse's mouth, or it directly could be through a circle of friends, which for some of you, I feel that is quite relevant. We're going to pull a romance card and a chakra card to top this read off. Wow, they're falling out. Surrender. Yeah, they're like, just go with the flow. Don't stress too much. It's just the beginning. And look, when we say beginning, I shouldn't say that because that can trigger some. Because a lot of times when you have gone through a very difficult time in your twin flame connection, you're like, hell no, I ain't going back to the beginning. But I'm not meaning that. Surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Letting go and all will work out. Now, for some, it could mean you're like, gee, I've really got to get over this. I need to move forward. And it's funny because that is detachment. And there's one stage in the journey that is scripted. And everyone, looks at it as cryptic, and it's pretty much how it states. It can come through in a fashion where you feel you've spiritually given up, but it's more than likely to do with the fact that the focus moves from that person due to disillusionment, unfortunately, and moves back onto yourself and opening your mind to perspectives. And it's then that you actually do so. The shift happening within your counterpart joint connection. Yeah. It's like this person's going to work for you. This person's going to, they see the value in you, but go with the flow. This week. Okay, there is some forgiveness going on. There could be an apology of a description. There also could be something spiritually you're working through to be open, to feel safe. Stop focusing your energy on the past events. They're like, in order to attract new, we actually do need to process all of that, file it, compartmentalize it. In our introduction to the North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo, we can be quite critical of ourselves, especially where it pertains to love. That doesn't mean you're going to feel that way the whole way through, but it could be a potential. Your guides also are coming into your dream state and they're attempting to give you messages and they want you to listen. You create your identity by what you think and dream and imagine. There you go. Okay, there's some value in this. This person does value you. This person is sending spiritual messages. They can either be in the fashion of other people entering your dream state to test you. But again, they are saying communication is coming in and they're saying actually movement is happening, even if you spiritually feel it's not. And your request to universe to gain clarity, going back to the top again, I do feel you're going to be getting clarity, but there can be just as, it's almost like just as the curtain's closing, this energy is coming in to give you some news, to give you some clarity. And universe acts in mysterious ways. Stick around. I'd love to hear how this plays out for you. Otherwise, if you want to see our next edition, you can subscribe and you will get a notification when they are coming to you. Take care and I'll see you next week.